The plot thickens in the case against Nikko Jenkins, the convicted spree killer, filing an informal grievance. And tonight, a member of his inner circle releasing medical documents to WOWT 6 News. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Gill.
And I'm Matthew Smith. It appears tonight that Nikko Jenkins is inserting himself into the death penalty debate. These documents actually tell a news story about Jenkins, if you will. A doctor stating that he may regain competency, but that's no sure thing.
The last time we saw Nikko Jenkins, there was violent behavior, self-mutilation, and strange mumblings both in and outside of the courtroom. Now a new picture is coming to light. In documents handed over by a member of Jenkins' inner circle, we're learning more about what's happening to Jenkins now. In March, he was moved to the Nebraska State Penitentiary. And to date, it appears he's been in solitary confinement, that he's refused medicine, stating it would, quote, impair his godlike powers. We've heard talk like that from Jenkins before. What we hadn't heard until now is a doctor from the state saying that Jenkins may not be competent for his upcoming trial in front of 3 judges. That panel of judges would ultimately determine whether he gets life in prison or the death penalty.
We'll be requesting the maximum sentence.
Whether the county attorney can do that may be brought into question. Among the documents WOWT 6 News obtained is a psychiatric diagnosis reevaluation of Jenkins. It explains a number of things about Jenkins' current thinking. That Jenkins no longer admits to killing 4 people in a 10-day span back in 2013. That he believes he'll eventually be let out of prison and move to Cuba, where he'll make nuclear weapons at the direction of evil demons that continue to speak to him. And that he needs to be killed so he can be resurrected. All of those things and many more outlined led to this conclusion from Dr. Bruce Gutnick. Quote, Mr. Jenkins is not now competent to stand trial. He also adds, with a reasonable degree of medical certainty, Mr. Jenkins will not likely regain competence in the foreseeable future without treatment.
It is important to note that Gutnick says it may be possible for Jenkins to regain his competency in a hospital setting, but isolation will only make him deteriorate further. Now, in another letter that we got from the Nebraska Department of Corrections, the director says that Jenkins needs to take his prescribed medications and then tells him to follow a behavioral plan that has already been assigned to him.